I was never trying to be the man. I was always trying to be the nigga with the bands. When I'm feeling stressed, hit my nigga for them Zans. I'm going through a struggle, only few would understand, only few would under. Fuck a fake one. We be handing out them L's, we never take none with us. Loyalty, I could never snake my hitters, no investment. I was self-made, my nigga. Why you been in your feelings? I've been surfing the wave, doing well in the deep end. Careful at first, but now I'm fucking in feelings. Only wish that you could have seen it. I'm addicted to the life, I admit it. Every night a nigga get right to the business. Nigga, I've been praying all night for forgiveness. Ballin', no fucks we be giving no way. I tell him trust has got its limits. Can't trust everyone around you when it's business. Way too many people want to doubt me, but I did it. I've been praying for a rave so I can ride around the spirit. Listen, London City, that's my city. I've been going back and forth, planning tours, getting lazy. I don't trap for my money, but some bosses are with me lately. I've been living life on the edge. I ain't trying to lose my balance. Oh, I ain't trying to lose my balance. So I ain't trying to lose my balance. I ain't trying to lose my balance. Yeah. She don't like it cheap cause she's expensive. When it comes to fashion, she obsessive. She just want that new shit. Fendi, Louis, Gucci. She just wanna hide in life, parties and jacuzzis. Yeah, yeah. She don't like it cheap cause she's expensive. When it comes to fashion, she obsessive. She just want that new shit. Fendi, Louis, Gucci. She just wanna hide in life, parties and jacuzzis. Yeah, yeah. You might even think that she's a catfish. I just sit and watch her body do the damage. She's addicted to designer, she's a bad bitch. Only Louis printed all over that baggage. She just want the best, not the stress, nigga, only fun. She like pretty things, and please believe her ass a loaded one. She like BBS's in the mouth, yeah, yeah, that's what's up. She don't do no drama, she do money, yeah, she count it up. She don't like it cheap cause she's expensive. When it comes to fashion, she obsessive. She just want that new shit. Fendi, Louis, Gucci. She just wanna hide in life, parties and jacuzzis. Yeah, yeah. She don't like it cheap cause she's expensive. When it comes to fashion, she obsessive. She just want that new shit. Fendi, Louis, Gucci. She just wanna hide in life, parties and jacuzzis. Yeah, yeah. She fly up the country every 2 months. Got a fetish for Givenchy and a boot on. Taking selfies with 10,000 worth of jewels on. Either that or just her panties and her shoes on. She be the life of the party. Booty wrapped up in the morning. Curving niggas on instinct. Shooting and missing the target. She get everything she wanted. Diamonds so drippy and flawless. I had to give you the warning before you get lost in the moment. Yeah. She don't like it cheap cause she's expensive. When it comes to fashion, she obsessive. She just want that new shit. Fendi, Louis, Gucci. She just wanna hide in life, parties and jacuzzis. She don't like it cheap cause she's expensive. When it comes to fashion, she obsessive. She just want that new shit. Fendi, Louis, Gucci. She just wanna hide in life, parties and jacuzzis. Yeah, yeah.
It's not personal, son. It's strictly business.
Tell me where did all of this come from? Look, I was riding with you from the jump though. Tell me I've been messing with your headspace. I told you you've been messing with my heart though. You look good in the moonlight. Remember that song we played it when I was in the kitchen with the munchies. You was in the front room faded. I've been rocking with you way too long. Trying to pull away but you're too strong. I'm about About to put my new shoes on. I've been waiting for you way too long, too long, too long, too long, yeah. Told you I was everything you needed. I told you I was everything you needed. You did everything to test it. I'm a grown man, an apprentice. Big smoke in the bedroom. Go ahead and take your clothes off. Only time we make a connection. Only time we turn our phones off. Step back, hold on, jet lag. Put your body on and that's so I can stretch that. I think it's time we make up, or it's just time we break up. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. I've noticed something else seems to have your focus. These days you and I are distant. It's mad cause we used to be the closest. It's a long drive to the hotel. I'll be at the front desk waiting. Say you wanna stay in the friend zone, but they ain't wanna smash for ages. Oh no, I don't see a problem with us getting caught up. You say you can't do this, but I'm the one that you call up. I'm turning my phone off and giving you the cold shoulder. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. It's a shame that we playing this game that we don't want to. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. I've noticed there's a change in the way that you love me too. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Sometimes on a night like this, I don't wanna talk, no. I just wanna bake off and light my spliff. But you don't wanna let things go. All you wanna do is sit and talk some more. I was only present for the bag. I put in all the energy I had. I lived this, but on the other hand, I wanna quit this. Sometimes on a night like this, honestly, I tell no fibs. Trying to get this money so that I might live. Trying to plan a tour so I can buy my crib. Go and get it, I'll be back by 6. Niggas getting drunk and trying to claim my throne. So there ain't no telling now tonight may go. Second guessing people while the line might draw. Say I'm not my enemy, but I don't know. Yeah. Spent so many evenings sitting on my own. Yeah. Planning all the ways that I can take this game home. My feelings and this liquor don't mix. I've been on some different level paranoid shit. All I ever do is listen to my instincts. Yeah, I'm about to watch another ship sink. Yeah, bad manners. How my niggas operate, they mad at us. Got the game coded like a programmer. I don't wanna conversate, I don't wanna talk for no more hours. Ain't no time for talking, always put my all into. Sometimes on a night like this, I don't wanna talk, no. I just wanna bake off and light my split. But you don't wanna let things go. All you wanna do is sit and talk some more. I was only present for the bag. I put in all the energy I had. I lived this, but on the other hand, I wanna quit this. Sometimes on a night like this, I don't wanna talk, no. I just wanna bake off and light my split. But you don't wanna let things go. All you wanna do is sit and talk some more. I was only present for the bag. I put in all the energy I had. I lived this, but on the other hand, I wanna quit this. Sometimes on a night like this, Sometimes I'm not like this, like this, like this. Sometimes I'm not like this, like this, like this. Sometimes I'm not like this, like this, like this. Sometimes I'm not like this, like this.
Gonna write that down and send it to Conan.
I was on my own when I came up, but I was never down. I had survival in my nature. All about my pounds, I was trying to get my cake up. I don't fear no man, just myself and my creator. If it don't kill me, it can only make me greater. I go and get it, then I share it with my neighbor. Me and you, we ain't made up of that same stuff. Survival in my DNA, survival in my nature, my nature.
Survival in my DNA. Rely on no man, it's my own hands that will keep me safe. I was a soldier, love my doja and my E&J. Part of the struggle, used to hustle for a decent plate. Got a full of dreams and snakes, double up between the states, trying to make it happen. Got feds in the straight jackets, trying to take my balance. Fire flames and passion, a huge appetite. I had to find a way to ration and try and tame my talent. That grimy kid from that corner got survivalist in my aura. Used to fight with fists before Bora. Like a split from my quarter, then I'd take a sip of that Daniel. Still unfaded, twisted or mangled. Paste the picture so Campbell, then I'd make it flip from all angles. Handlebars like a bicycle. I got homies, I ain't got to like them all. Being in the field is excitable. Pitch so much that I got a right to ball. It's alright, I'm cool. Every dog has his day. Couple shots to the Reiki, blocked her away. Survivor, I was taught not to complain. It's my nature. Rude boy, watch what I say.
I was on my own when I came up, but I was never down. I had survival in my nature. All about my pounds, I was trying to get my cake up. I don't fear no man, just myself and my creator. If it don't kill me, it can only make me greater. I go and get it, then I share it with my neighbor. Me and you, we ain't made up of that same stuff. Survival in my DNA, survival in my nature, my nature. I be alone for the hell of it. Fed up niggas on this jealous shit. I'ma just turn up my instant reluctance and fly to somewhere I've never been. Niggas testing my intelligence. Watch me finessing with elegance. About to serve them on some tennis shit. I'm too greedy, I need hella chips. No one wants to know if you ain't saying nothing. Only language that these niggas understand is stunting. Till you're sitting in the cell and see it's all from nothing. I've been hungry from the jump because I came from nothing. Already been through the darkest. I was running into problems. I was running out of options. Got me asking where the weed at. Spiffy slipper than a kneecap. If it's money, then I need that. I ain't playing, just believe that. Yeah. I was on my own when I came up, but I was never down. I had survival in my nature. All about my pounds, I was trying to get my cake up. I don't fear no man, just myself and my creator. If it don't kill me, it can only make me greater. I go and get it, then I share it with my neighbor. Me and you, we ain't made up of that same stuff. Survival in my DNA, survival in my nature, my nature.
Go and get it, then I share it with my neighbor. Me and you, we ain't made up of that same stuff. True stories. What's going on, folks? Happy Weirdo Wednesday. Happy Weirdo Wednesday. What's popping? How we doing? How we doing? Mic check, 212. Excuse me. You're he. Mic check. You're he. Mic check. King James in the building. Blowing on that dank. Smelling like dank, blowing on that dank. Grand old chat room. Grand old chat room. Glad you could make it for this weird old Wednesday. Glad you could make it. Got No in the building, Sniper in the building, Austin Murphy in the building, Bex in the building, Rule by Saturn in the building. All Paul was happening. Somewhere in time, lovely. Ants, wicked, wicked. Some good folks down there. Some good folks. Hope I ain't missed anybody. Hope I ain't missed anybody. So yeah, man, we're back again. We're back again. As the sun goes round, as the moon does what it does, we find ourselves back here again on familiar ground. I've got 9:23. What time is it where you folks are? I got 9:23. What time is it where you are? Let me see who's got the earliest time out of you folks. Ooh. 2:23 p.m. Jesus Christ. I'm hating. I'm hating. You see that guy over there in the corner with his face all screwed up and his hat low? That's me. I'm hating right now. How you got 2:23 on your clock PM, bro? Yo, you got your whole day still ahead of you, man. Damn. Yeah, that's me in the corner with my hat low, hating. 2:23 p.m. You can't beat that. No one can't beat that. We got 3:23 p.m. They can't beat that. We got a 10:23. That must be p.m. Bomber clock. 1:24 p.m. Double hating. I need another hat. Let me get 2 hats on. Bomber clock. Look at that. 1:20. Oh goodness. Hating. Wow. This place we call home is extraordinary. As one person going to bed, the other person is just waking up. Fascinating. Fascinating. How big is this realm? How big is this realm? Are we really seeing the whole thing? I bet these globies really think it's the whole thing. They see the globe and they're like, yep, that's it. Nothing more to this. That's it. Look, there's the blue marble. Nothing more to this. How can they think like that? How can they possibly think like that? This place is humongous. We're yet to travel. They got them corners on lockdown. That perimeter is on lockdown. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Is this the end? Pack up and go home? Flat Earth? Is that it? It's the end, right? That's it. We found out it's flat Earth, right? Pack up and go home. Much more to discover. Much more to discover. And I don't even mean, voyage, journeys. I mean right at home. In that corner where we study. You know that little corner where I study? Where some of you folks should be studying if you like this shit. You can find out much more when you study, when you research. You don't have to go over there or go over there. It comes right to you. Did you know that part? It comes right to you. Keep that in mind, all right? What's going on? What's going on? Let's go. Paul Slade paid super sticker on Jay's live chat for a shout out. What? What? He paid for a shout out? Mm-mm. We don't move like that. We don't move like that. If you're a real one, you get shout out regardless, right? If a heavy hitter see you and he knows you, he'll shout you out. He'll shout you out. If he sees you and he knows you, he likes you, he'll give you a shout out. Hmm? Clearly, there's dynamics working here. Maybe Jason must be the heavy hitter. Paul went over for a shout out, but didn't get acknowledgement. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Didn't get acknowledged. It goes like that sometimes. The heavy hitter may be in his flow, you know, teaching, showing some stuff. You don't want to get distracted. Unless you're that worthy, you know, unless you've got a connection with that heavy hitter and he sees you and it's acknowledgement, you know. There's levels to this, Paul. You should know. You should know. You can't buy your way to the top. It's cheating. Gotta work your way. Gotta work your way. You should know this. Mm. Oh man. Yeah, buddy. All right. Where are we now? Where are we? We are over here. Mm. So yeah, you know, for the most part of it, right? I've been getting on to what's her name? What's her name again? Damn. Hold on. It's gonna come back to me. Karen B. Jesus Christ. How could I forget that name? Right. You know, I've just been playing with her. All right, boy, I've just been playing with her. I haven't put her on the chopping block yet. Just been playing with her. All right. But you know, it's a circle. It's a mafia thing, right? So I thought I'll leave Karen B for a little while and, you know, have a look at some of her associates. Have a look at some of her associates. And, you know, I seen a little party going on the other day. So I took a little look-see. You know, I took a little look-see. Quite interesting. You know, like a flat earth gang or something like that. Flat earth gang. Can't make this shit up. We've got gangs out here now. Bloods, Crips, Flat Earth gangs, Vice Lords, this, that. We've got gangs out here. Gangs of New York, better be careful. Alright, so yeah, let's have a little look-see into this real quick. See what the Flat Earth gang was getting into. Mr. Mark Sargent. It's the hold on. It's the logos they choose to use, right? Let me go back a second. It's the logos. Let's speak on this one real quick. Mr. Mark Sargent, what are you showing me here? Why have you started off with this? Why have you started off with this? You're showing me something. You're talking to me. Why are you showing me the eye? And the weapon? Okay, let's take a look at something because Mr. Mark's always, he's always showing a few things, Mr. Mark Sargent. I've noticed this. So when it comes to the eye, right? Excuse me. Where are we? So look, first he's showing us this, right? We already know out of the gate. We already know what's going on here, right? But when I looked at some of his stuff that he shows on his page, he promotes a lot of the stuff that I look into, right? This is some of the stuff on his page, right? The eye and the continents, right? This is like NASA's image. This was like NASA's first image from space, basically, right? He just took NASA's first image from space and turned it into an eye, right? He's put the continents exactly how NASA's put it, right? This is another one from Mr. Sargent, right? Keeping in mind he's a flat Earth guy, right? This is another one. Right? What do you think he's trying to show us here? Right, that's Mr. Mark Sargent, right? This is another one of Mr. Mark Sargent. Right? It's all in the artwork. It's the things they present, right? Then we have this one. Oh Lord, Mr. Sargent, what are you showing me? Hmm? I know what you're showing me. Very interesting. Here he is again with these little symbol, flat Earth, I suppose that is, right? Flat Earth, right? But you know those playing cards? Why is the flat Earth on these Illuminati playing cards? Hmm? Mr. Sargent, you want to explain this to me? This one right here. What are you trying to show us? What are you trying to tell us? Hmm? Are you trying to tell me this? Which one is it? Mr. Sargent? Which one is it? Hmm? We've got a flat cosmology over here, and then we have a, you know, eye cosmogony over here. Which one do you think it is, folks? Number one to the left or number two? Which one do you think it is? One or two? One or two? One or two? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. One or two? Or three, globe. Huh? Shook. Shook.
Space, the boundary of human achievement, the new frontier.
It's just a coffee.
Yeah, right. And the Earth is flat.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on here? Yo! For a second, I was confused. I was like, what the this looks familiar, but what am I looking at? It was confusing for a second, but then I put it together. It was from, you know where it's from, right? P Fiction, right? That was cold. That was confusing for a second. Hey.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's
Hold on.
foolproof.
I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy shit.
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
I ain't got celebrities endorsing the flat earth now. All right, celebrities endorsing the flat earth. Look, Mr. Uncle Snoop, telling you it's flat.
Hey, it's that secret David Weiss cam.
Like doing his little ritual. Oh shit. Got DJ Curious in the building. What is going on? This one's flashing glow sticks. Got DJ Curious being real curious. Alright, she's not even paying attention. I don't even think she knows the show started. And this one acting like she's in class, front and center. All right, she's looking at us. That's wild. Look at the stillness in the young lady's face.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the peanut gallery would just like to say that Antarctica is like the mysterious sibling of Earth. Everyone knows it's there, but no one is really sure what's going on. We're going to figure out a little bit more of that tonight with our special guest. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure. Thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, the show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Caroline, if it is not December 3rd, 2024, then you are listening to a rerun. Don't forget the show can be found on BitChute and Brighteon, Rockfin, Rumble, and Spotify. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is only the beginning. Quote of the day goes exactly like something that I read today. I went on the internet and I found this. What good is the warmth of summer without the cold of winter to give it sweetness? That's very appropriate. And our special guest, she's never going to want to be cold again. I guarantee it. My co-hosts are in the upper left, the perfect Patricia Steer, and in the upper right, the delightful DJ Curious.
Uh-oh.
And in the lower right, Lizbeth Acosta. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. Happy to be here. How are you guys?
I can't really complain. DJ?
Doing great. So happy to have you here, Lizbeth. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, Lizbeth, you are warmly welcomed. And Mark even put a fire on for you.
I did. I did. It's on there. It's a little.
I love it.
It's a little mini.
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, mini stove back there, and I can't put it too close because people are worried that I'm going to catch fire to my couch. But no, it's not. It's not.
Well, that would be cool, though.
To catch fire to the couch.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, production value, as they say.
Yeah, but I'm not. Again, I'm not 20 anymore, so I'm not gonna light fireworks inside the house. I mean, I want to. Don't get me wrong. I really want to, but I can't. Let's see. And because all three of you are just not camera ready in any way, shape, or form, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. And there's an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary horizontal level plane. The solution, well, it's simple. It's the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Watch the featured video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. It'll be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. So says David Weiss. Oh, so sleepy. And because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, it's time to say goodnight to one of our listeners, Paige. She's just put on her flash pajamas, got a cup of cocoa with exactly 6 tiny marshmallows, and will probably listen to the playback in the morning. Good night, Paige.
Jesus Christ. Man.
Hey, I think there's a media player in the way of the visuals that perhaps some might want to see.
What'd I forget? What happened?
Oh, and Lizbeth, you mean?
No, media player.
Right. Yeah, sorry about that. I gotta get rid of that. Give me a second. 1 sec. There it is. There. Better?
And just to let everybody know, not that it matters, but if there's anything that we need to react to on a screen other than the faces of everyone here, for some reason tonight I'm unable to see anything. So
got it. Yeah. Media player. Actually,
I can see everybody, but
I was gonna close it, but I didn't want to ruin my role. So I was fidgeting around for it, but it's like I can't do.
You were on a roll.
Sorry. I feel bad. Again,
well, we can see you and you look stunning, Patricia.
Oh, well.
I know. She never gets stuff on her. It's always the guest that gets the stuff on their screen. Sorry, Elizabeth. It's just the way it goes. Okay, shout outs really quick. Flat Earther Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones. Support the Flat Earth cause. Get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family, won't you? Pick up some merch. The Deftones will be touring in 2025, so catch them when they come to a city near you. I certainly will when they come up to Seattle. Shout out to Zulu One, longtime listener of the show, for doing a simulcast stream on his channel, also called Zulu One. What up? Mailbag. I'm not going to read anything from there. I did get something, but since it's not, I did receive some stuff from some Flat Earth people, but it's not Flat Earth related. So remember, if you're going to mail me things to my house, it's got to be Flat Earth related. It can't be just a generic t-shirt, or it's got to be Flat Earth based. Like,
Flat Earth related. Only Flat Earth related. Is this the mindset of Flat Earthers? Well, I mean, that circle, it seems to be. They only want Flat Earth stuff. Flat Earth topics, Flat Earth merchandise, Flat Earth conventions. Nothing else. They don't want to hear anything else. Bit like religion.
This wonderful coaster that I'm using. This wonderful ceramic coaster, Flat Earth stuff. That's the sort of stuff I know. Right? I get all the cool swag.
Yeah. Your house is just Flat Earth.
It is. You have no idea. There is so much Flat Earth stuff. There's a Flat Earth under that Japanese ceramic. I've got 3 Chris Pontius originals. I've got Flat Earth. I have a rare David Weiss Flat Earth clock in the bathroom. Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
I used to have one too.
Yep.
Mine fell and broke. But
you knocked it off, didn't you? Sorry, what was that, TJ?
Do you have Flat Earth pajamas? to go with your flat Earth bed
No,
sheets
and
and your flat Earth pillowcases?
no,
I mean, that's a good idea.
and since I am a bit of a geek, all my pristine flat Earth
Of all the things to have on your hat, why a star? What are you trying to tell me? Why a star on your hat, Mr. Mark Sargent?
shirts, like all my tour shirts, all the conferences and special meetups, I rarely wear them. They're sitting on hangers, never worn, sitting in fact, I've got one of Stephen Carpenter's the Flat Earther sweatshirt that he gave me from his company. I never wore it. I put it on a hanger. I admire it every day when I get up, and it's fun, but I'm never going to wear it. Plus hoodies make me look fat.
Wait, hey, Lisbeth, shout out to her. She's got a really cool
What are you wearing,
hoodie on right
Lisbeth?
now. Want to show the viewers?
I have a Flat Earth
Jeez.
hoodie.
Lift it a little higher.
Especially. Oh, can we see it?
Yep.
There we go.
You got Flat Earth merchandise. Okay. The corner in the market.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
So my friend, Linnell, he has a conspiracy apparel website. It is called blackistheuniform.com, where you can find all of your conspiracy apparel and more. And this is our lovely limited edition Flat Earth Gang hoodie. Shout out to Flat Earth Gang on Clubhouse, which is where I'm part of the community.
Right on.
Could you
Flat Earth Gang. Flat Earth Gang.
tell us, for those who don't know, a lot of people just think about YouTube and a couple other places where you can find Flat Earth stuff, but there's Clubhouse and Flat Earth Gang on Clubhouse. Where would someone go to find Clubhouse? And how would people in the very first place ever find out it even existed?
Okay, sure. So Clubhouse, back in, I believe it was like 2020, pandemic era, it was an invite only app. So at that time, you had to be invited. It wasn't just something that you could download and, just sign on. So in the beginning, when we were all locked in our homes, there were a lot of people on, and there still are a lot of people. It's an audio app. It's basically like X Spaces, with just like a little less features. And, over time, as the world opened back up, etc., less people started coming onto the app. But we have a lot of houses is what they call spaces on it. And there are still a lot of people, from a plethora of subjects that, engage in conversation and discourse. And Flat Earth Gang is definitely part of them. And that's kind of like our little silo community where we hang out and debate Flat Earth and, talk everything conspiracy under the sun, moon, and stars. So you would download Clubhouse. It's no longer invite only. So you could download it on your phone. For those who like to stream, like Mark or, DJ or Patricia, you could download a third-party app via your desktop, which is called Club Deck. And that way you could say, if you wanted to come in and hang out with Flat Earth Gang or something, then you could actually stream it through your show here. And yeah, like I said, it's an audio app, so you don't really get the visuals, but the audio is so on point. People that have come over from other platforms really do enjoy the audio quality.
All right.
Good to know, because I didn't really know much about it at all, but now I do. So I feel better about
Very
it.
cool.
Shout out to the Flat Earth Gang. They were great. I got to pop in there yesterday and today, say hello. They're so excited for you, Lisbeth, and I'm sure they're listening. So shout out to the Flat Earth Gang. For me, it's just cool when you see different Flat Earth villages popping up all over the earth, right? So somehow you find your tribe. It's kind of like your vibe attracts your tribe, whatever you fall into. There's Flat Earth is in all the reaches.
We know what you fall into. We know what your vibe and tribe is.
And it's just nice to have another resource to go to make new friends.
Right on.
You have your friend who's
Absolutely.
there with you now, Kelsey. I've heard that you and Kelsey became Flat Earthers around the same time. How did it happen, and what year was that when it happened?
Yeah, she's actually next to me right now in Clubhouse, like with the.
So she's going to give us her introduction to becoming a quote unquote flat earther, right? Let's go.
Gang.
Aw.
Yeah, we were
Hi, friend.
Yeah. Hi, friend. We were kind of going down this rabbit hole of you know, the world wars and history, the mud floods, the Great Reset, and we were actually, this was
So she started off with the world wars, right? The wars, right? Let me take that back a second. 26.
the world wars and history,
World wars,
the mud
history.
floods, the Great Reset, and we were actually, this was February/March of 2022, so about 2.5 years ago, and we were entertaining Hollow Earth, you know, the theory, you know.
You hear that? She was entertaining Hollow Earth, right? It makes sense. She was studying the wars, right? And then, you know, like I said, you study the wars, you study Hitler, and it leads you down Hollow Earth, right? So, you know, fair play to her. She's doing the job. She seems like she was on the right path to some degree, right?
You know, the whole world wars, how it's connected, et cetera, even the whole alien theory at the time, et cetera. And yeah, it kind of just spiraled from there. And I was the one, actually, I was on TikTok, and I'm not sure if you know this flat earth content creator. His name is Caleb. He goes by KC Industries. Yes. Yeah, he wears like the tinfoil hat. And I was watching his videos because I like the way that he broke down his playlist, you know, like how seasons work, how, you know, everything works, the celestial, etc. And then there were in the comments where I was reading, and I was actually going down, like, specifically what I was centered on at the time was the food, and you know how they're poisoning our food, and you know all the chemicals and stuff, and how to grow your own food even from using food scraps. And you know, just coming across one of these videos and just reading in the comments, someone had commented and said, you know, this is all connected, you know, how they're trying to keep us vibrating low, how they're trying to poison us, and you know, even the shape of the earth, it goes all the way there. So because I was already entertaining Hollow Earth at the time, it was kind of like one of those interesting things. And they had listed a documentary, and I wish to this day I remembered it, because it was a British lady's voice, and it was like a 2-hour long documentary, and it just went over the basics of flat earth. And one of the things that really got to me was the moon landing, and I was like, wow, I'm in my 30s and I don't think I've ever
See the basics. She heard the basics and she was hooked. To me, in my opinion, the basics is enough, right? Just enough to make you question the globe, right? Living on top of a sphere, right? When you get the flat earth basics, you start to question the globe, like living on top of it, right? Not living inside of it. I wouldn't question if I had the idea of living inside of it, Hollow Earth, and there's so much connections, right? Flat earth would just add to the ammunition. It wouldn't make me jump off Hollow Earth. It would make it more powerful, if you understand what I'm saying. Right? Because you're killing two birds with one stone. She's just done a complete 360 by the sounds of it. Threw Hollow Earth away and said it's flat earth.
seen the actual footage of the moon landing. So of course, you know, I went to that.
That's
and
interesting.
I was just like, how have I
wow.
never seen this? And I was just
Yeah.
like, this looks like a 5th grade science project. How did I ever just fall for
Exactly.
this so blindly? So yeah, I basically woke up that morning. This sounds so strange, but I woke up that morning. I was like, Kelsey, I think I'm a flat earther. Like the next day, it all took just that video and just watching the moon landing and just being like, wow, like maybe this was the journey I was on and it was bringing me closer to the truth. And yeah, I mean, from there, it just spiraled and we were just watching videos together for a year until, you know, I really wanted to just connect with real people. And I know that there's so many other platforms, but at the time, Clubhouse was an app that I had already used back in the pandemic days. And I said, you know what, let me just reopen Clubhouse and let me just type in flat earth, see if there is a flat earth community. And Lord behold, Flat Earth Gang popped up.
See, what she should have actually told us, when did she wake up from the globe? When did she actually wake up from the globe? Right? Because she didn't actually say when she woke up from the globe. She just said she was really into the hollow earth, right? Now that's the question I want to know. I think that's the part she glossed over. She went straight from the hollow earth. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard it like that.
I went into the room, and that's where I met all the Flat Earth gang, and I didn't stop coming back ever since. So yeah, they're my tribe, they're my family.
How many people are in Flat Earth Gang? I know you don't know exactly, probably, but what do you think? How many?
So we have 2.2K like house member subscribers. However, like the average numbers in the room usually range around maybe I would say like 15 to 30 people. Sometimes we can get up to 50 people. I know when we have like collaborations, say Ether Cosmology, like Witsit and Alan and them in the gang come over, the rooms get a little bit more fuller and stuff. We've had Flat Earth Dave come. We've had Tyler Hansen, aka Fittest Flat Earther, come into the room and space. So
Dave.
yeah, we've just kind of just been building over the past year that I've been a part of it. The house has been open a little bit longer. I just recently came to Flat Earth Gang as of November of 2023. So happy 1 year anniversary to me over here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, okay. And they're pushing you like how they would push a new NASA graduate. You got to look for it, you know, like a newbie. Like, yeah, let's push this adorable glasses, can't do no wrong young student. I'm getting that type of vibes. I'm getting that type of vibes. Got you all dressed up with the Flat Earth Gang, you know, cute little adorable, can't do no wrong. I'm just here looking for the truth. Please believe me. Please believe me. Yeah.
like I said, I earned their trust and we started building and just listening to the conversations. We have a resident PhD theoretical physicist, obviously a Glober, who can't stop coming back. We have
Love those ones.
NASA, right? We have a NASA optical engineer, which I'm sure you heard from the Golden Ticket. That was my friend Bert. We started collaborating. You know, we said, let's get down to doing some observations and kind of bring, you know, the anti-flat earthers, which is what we call them, because really they just sit around in another room and just talk about us. They don't really talk any science. And
you guys have your own trolls.
Oh yes, it is definitely, there's a house that calls itself Life and Real Science, and every day the title is nope, still not flat earth, insert whatever title here. So they're just an anti-flat earth group, but you know what, we love them too, we need them, right?
Oh, well, you're not really official until you have one or two trolls kind of, you know, bugging you guys, but
haters make you greater.
Eventually they, you know, maybe they churn.
That's it. They've got her, boy. They've just leaded her right into a cul-de-sac. That's it. Pack up, go home. It's flat. That's it. That's the end of it. That's it. Just keep recycling this stuff. Don't bring nothing new to the table. That's it. That's the end of it. Go home. Earth is flat. Apparently, you're living in a dome, which is called a firmament. Apparently. So we can go home. Right? Right, we can all go home.
Some do. Yeah, true.
So
that cognitive dissonance, I don't think we'll let them.
You know, I completely forgot because the thumbnail kind of gave it away, but we didn't actually say why Elizabeth is even here. And that is, if you guys missed it, if you guys have been missing what's been going on for the last X number of months, not only are Austin Witsit and Jaren going from Jaranism going to be going down to Antarctica with the final experiment group, which now
going down to Antarctica. That's the Freemasons headquarters. That's where their lodge is. Their lodge is in Antarctica. Why is a bunch of people going in the same place where their lodge is?
I think with you makes a total of 8. I think they had their minimum was going to be 8. I heard at one point, you'll probably know more than I do, that they were going to have more than a dozen, but then the numbers started shrinking, and then Leonard backed out, and then producer, which Patricia will talk about, kicked in. But
8, what a number! Isn't that the same path what the moon makes as well?
the point is that the final experiment group went together and they said, why don't we do a sort of lottery golden ticket, which disturbs me somewhat because I'm a huge Willy Wonka fan, and I actually have a golden ticket framed on the wall in the other room from the 1970 movie. Whole other story for another time, which is autographed by Gene Wilder. No, I'm sorry, that one's autographed by Mike Teavee, but Gene Wilder's photo is autographed above that. Anyway, so
that is awesome, actually.
Yeah, I was a huge fan. There's layers.
Yeah, Squirrel. Facts. Lodge 777. Huh? They're going to Lodge 777. Wow.
Layers, kind of like Gilligan's Island, Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory. There are layers to that movie. By the way, is the only movie in history completely financed by a food company because it was linked to a chocolate bar. So look it up if you get a chance.
And Lisbeth, what were you singing when you found out?
So when I'm sorry,
I got a golden ticket.
Yeah, had you seen the movie, Lisbeth?
Oh my gosh, it's a classic. Absolutely.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
No, that's appropriate. I was singing that for you. I've been singing that song all week just because she's got the golden ticket. It's just kind of an earworm.
So I'll give the quick summary. Lisbeth won the golden ticket to go to Antarctica on the Final Experiments dime, which is a.
You hear that? You won the golden ticket. Pack up, go home. Told you, initiated. She's got that look. Huh? She's got that look. Look at her. Glasses, long hair, cute, can't do no wrong. We'll give her the golden ticket.
Not a cheap trip. It's like, what, 30, 35 grand. And you will be one of the few people, it's not even a fraction of 1%. It is 0.0000. Nobody goes to Antarctica ever. And you're going to be one of the few people that can check that off in their bucket list, before you're 40, which is awesome. So,
what's the coinky dink? Huh? What's the coinky dink? I actually forgot about that part, right? I was just running my mouth earlier saying what she looks like, and then look, Jesus Christ, she get the golden ticket. This is indeed a weirdo Wednesday. What a weird Wednesday, huh? This is fascinating. Hey Z, you seeing this shit? I know you probably seen this shit already, Z, but if you're seeing this, this is wild, right? This is crazy. You got the golden ticket. Flat Earth graduate. Flat Earth graduate.
however, let's get into it really quick, which is how did you get involved with the golden ticket process, and how go from A to Z, how that whole thing happened?
Okay, so, obviously being in Flat Earth Gang, we had known about the Final Experiment, or, whatever they want to call it. And
Would you mean? No, whatever they want to call it. Don't even try brush it off like that about whatever they want to call it. You know what it's called. You got a effing ticket. Huh? Don't act like you don't know what's going on. Boom.
people had their, speculations, their thoughts, and, everything around it, and sort of. And, I kind of, one of our Flat Earth Gang members, actually, Jamal, he remembers and recalls prior to this whole announcement of even an opportunity to go to Antarctica with a golden ticket, that I was joking around. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I just got to go to Antarctica, somehow? And he remembers that. I actually
You hear that? I was just joking around and saying, wouldn't it be cool if I just get to go to Antarctica? Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. Let me take that back. Hold on a second.
prior to this whole announcement of even an opportunity to go to Antarctica
Listen.
with a golden ticket, that I was joking around. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I just got to go to Antarctica, somehow? And he remembers that. I actually forgot that I even said that, because it was just one of those hee hee ha ha moments in passing.
Yeah,
And
sure.
when it got closer and we found out that Witsit and Jaren were going, we became more interested because we're like, okay, we have some people that like we at least, trust, at least like, we follow their content, etc. They're gonna go, let's pay more attention to this. And then it was actually my friend Bert, our NASA friend Glober, who
Told you. Boom. Look at that. Did you hear that? NASA friend. He's a Glober. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness, she snuck that in, you little devil. Devils comes in all shapes and sizes, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that? Listen to the devil. Told you, straight from the NASA Foundation. Listen.
and we found out that Witsit and Jaren were going, we became more interested because we're like, okay, we have some people that like we at least, trust, at least like, we follow their content, etc. They're gonna go, let's pay more attention to this. And then it was actually my friend Bert,
Bert.
our NASA friend Glober, who
NASA friend Glover. I told you. Oh my goodness. I need the 420 real quick. Hold on a second. That shit is heavy. I hope you lot are paying attention to this.
sent me and Kelsey, because we're actually in a group chat together, and he said, girl, here's your chance. And he literally dropped the TFE video that said golden ticket, any flat earther. And this was probably at the point where Duffy's like, I just want to get somebody to go, like, why not?
Right.
So I looked at that video, I listened to the instructions. You needed to be a flat earther for at least 2 years. At that point in September, like it was the week prior to September 11th, I was like, I literally just made the cut. Like I have YouTube history, because I'm not a content creator, so I don't have flat earth content, but my YouTube history, dates back all the way to March of 2022 when I started watching flat earth videos. Regardless of what you think about the evidence, it is what it is. I just followed instructions.
So she ain't got a channel. She was just looking at flat earth stuff apparently. So what about the hollow earth stuff? What happened to that stuff? Where's all that stuff? Where's all the hollow earth stuff you was researching in that you was onto? Did you forget about that? What happened to your hollow earth research, your hollow earth theory? Didn't they catch wind of that? Wasn't that still in your data or whatever? Huh? Why are we talking about that part? It's Weird Wednesday. That's strange to me.
And I just started writing my why statement. And my why statement was literally that I'm not a content creator. And, I do have this little community over here on Clubhouse, and I want to go. I want to go and document this and see what we find and help expand the conversation. And, I call myself a baby flat earther because, I just became a flat earther in 2022, and I'm in a room filled with people who have been flat.
2022 baby flat earther. And it is because, like you said, the basics. There's nothing more than the basics. There's nothing more than the basics. The basics is flat earth, in my opinion. That's all you need to know, the basics. And then you realize, oh, not on the globe, it's all wrong. And then they teach you a few things with the basics, and then that's it, it's sold up.
Flat earthers for well over a decade who really get down to the nitty gritty sciencey terms. And, sometimes it makes my head spin, but it pushes that thirst for knowledge and wanting to look up word definitions and hearing the back and forths and, kind of questioning my own discernment to make sure, like, am I understanding information correctly? What more could I do, to help me understand better? So yeah, I literally just typed up my email. I sent it in, and I was just like, even thinking, I was like, I don't know if, showing YouTube history would even be enough. I thought that you did have to be a content creator, but I did it anyway. That's how bad I wanted to go. And yeah, Lord behold, about, it was like a week afterwards, I got an email from Duffy saying, you have been selected as one of the.
An email from Duffy. Who's Duffy again? I know that name. Hold on, Duffy. Oh, Will Duffy. There you go. Ah, you know, you kind of look like you could be your brother or your mate or something. Now you mentioned that, yeah, you look like you come from the same class. That's it, the same class, the same class. Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's the same class. You graduated and you went down different lanes, but you're from the same class, right? But you link back up again. That's how it goes with the class. They get sent out to different destinations, but all roads lead to Rome, right? It leads back, just like the lensing. I know how it works. London, man, come on. Mr. Sergeant giving me that look. Yes, I know, Mr. Sergeant. It's London.
Finalists, I didn't know how many finalists at that time. It was just, very generic email. And then he gave me the date. And then, I don't know if some of y'all have watched it, but for those who did, you got to see how, it was picked. It was kind of like a musical chairs were on the screen. He turned off your.
Yeah, picked musical chairs. Yeah, it was all like musical. Yeah, sure it was. Sure. Yes, sure, yeah. Email, lucky draw, out of the hat, Willy Wonka. Yep, sure it was.
Screen and everything.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you with me in it. Right. Yeah, right. Right. You're with me.
He knows how to play up the suspense. He knows how to play up the suspense. Already, it's interesting. So I just want to interject really quick because it's pretty interesting and amazing that you go from researching flat Earth. Primarily, we come across a lot of different content. Maybe it's people give us crap for saying it's YouTube videos that draw us in, but it is a start because hey, how else are we supposed to learn some information until you get to meetups and you see people actually doing experiments? So I want to make sure people realize it's not just videos but to go from the videos to now in the real world, going to Antarctica, which is, as we know, really a rare opportunity, hard to get to. It's expensive. I mean, it's pretty incredible that this happened for you. And it's like mini flat Earth famous from this little experiment. And so I can't wait to get into what you think about it because it's a big mystery and it's causing a lot of controversy within the flat Earth community. And so we'll get on that probably in a little bit, but
ain't no big mystery about it. There's no mystery about it, right? It's very orchestrated. No mystery in the flat Earth anymore. No mysticism. It's all out of the window. I swear to God.
I'm just excited for you.
So
yeah, absolutely. I'm excited myself.
So Lizbeth, you were in.
Yeah, see, everyone's excited. Look, hear that dead life. Did you hear that? I'm so excited for you. Yeah, was you really? No, I'm so excited. Whoops.
Think about it because it's a big mystery and it's causing a lot of controversy within the flat Earth community. And so we'll get on that probably in a little bit, but I'm just excited for you.
Silent. It's just him, yeah. I'm pretty sure you would be, yeah. These two, don't know. Maybe he's upset. Is Mark Sargent going? I don't think he is. Well, she's not going, but maybe they want to go, but she's going.
So
yeah, absolutely. I'm excited myself.
So Lizbeth, you were in I saw your initial reaction. I'm sorry, I should probably hold the mic closer. I saw your initial reaction when you won, and you were super excited, and I was like, I saw the way it whittled down. I will give him credit. I'm not going to give him much credit, but I will give him credit for the suspense building of picking the winner. when you won, what happened? Everybody else was kicked off, and I would imagine behind the scenes you were like, okay, stay on the line because you're going to be it. Is that what more or less went down?
Well, no, I mean, it was in real time. So like when it got down to me and the last person on the screen, I was kind of just like, I was so nervous. I was just like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to go with God. I'm happy it came
Gonna go with God. Yeah, you're gonna go with God. All right.
down to 2 women actually, because at that point I was like, man, we just have all the dudes going. Like, let's get some flat earth ladies there, So I was going to be
Some flat earth ladies there. Okay. Is that what type of shenanigans it is? Yeah. Flat earth ladies. Where's my flat earth ladies? You down there in the chat room? Flat earth ladies. Let's have a look.
happy either way. I was like, either I'm meant to go or she's meant to go. And I'm so happy with that. And I don't know if you noticed, because I know I noticed it. I watched the video like at least 1,000 times because I was like, my face looks that way. I had a delayed reaction a little bit because it was just like the screen went off and it was me. And I was like, wait, it's really me. And I just couldn't control it. I was in tears. I was just like, I even used the Lord's name in vain. So I do apologize because I
Angel Wings in the building. 420 if you got that somewhere in time. You don't know.
know you're not supposed to say OMG, but I was just so overly elated, excited, just yeah, it was like a dream come true in a sense, because I said back in 2012, way before I was a flat earther, before I started my journey to living abroad in China, where I spent 4 years teaching English, actually, that I wanted to complete, I wanted to complete the world map. I wanted to go to every continent. And I know that Antarctica is one of those really rare opportunities. So I said, back in 2012, I'm eventually going to make it to Antarctica. So who would have known over a decade later, not only would I be going to Antarctica, but also I'd be a flat.
Did you hear the story? How old is this broad? How old is she? This sounds like your bucket list. Like this sounds like your bucket list. And you got Patricia with the Masonic floorboard at the back. Right. The Masonic floorboards. The records, the eclipsing. Right, look at the eclipsing. Right, she's showing you the eclipsing. You got a big old face. Right, face on the moon. Right. Cats in the shot. Bottom buckler. Yo, she got the cats in there. What else we got here? We got the serpent at the back. We got the great serpent at the back. Mother goddess. Serpent. Yeah. She's doing a lot. Doing a lot.
Earther, like if you would have told me that back then, I would have been like, cat, no, you're lying, So it's literally this surreal feeling, but also this serendipitous experience that I've been on,
Awesome.
Absolutely. It's so crazy. And it was pretty suspenseful when they had the music and it was the countdown and people were just disappearing off the screen and it starts to close in and they start to, I can feel that your adrenaline was probably rushing. And so it is pretty cool because, it's just a random thing. I feel like we're living some sort of flat earth reality show altogether, just in general, and that this is just the next thing on the storyline of flat earth and how we all come to it. And now here we are talking about we're actually going down to Antarctica and we're going to do this experiment and see if we see a 24-hour sun or not. It's like, geez, I can't believe we have to argue about these things, but it's pretty cool because we're trying to get to the bottom of the truth and you get to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
So what do you think you're going to see? Have you guys been brainstorming what's going to happen?
That's wild. She just threw, well, apparently, she threw all of her Hollow Earth research away and just jumped on the flat earth bandwagon. And now she gets to go to Antarctica. What a champion move. Checkmate. Checkmate. She hopped over everybody. Sent one email. And bingo. She's going. And not only is she going, she was contacted by, Mr. Duffy. We all seen what Duffy's about or what he could be about. Very strange. Is that how easy it was? I should have sent an email. We all should have sent an email. She kind of looks like a young Heidi. Innocent. A young Heidi, innocent with glasses.
So I mean, my head can spin in a million different ways, right? Just like thinking, but I'm more of the type of person that I want to wait till I see the evidence. I want to wait, I want to go down there objectively, and I'm not trying to see 24-hour daylight, no coffee cup caustic. I need to see that ball of fire or whatever we claim it to be made out of in the sky. And that is why, even with my equipment, using a neutral density filter, which I've had great practice with over the last 6 months, even just taking observational pictures of the sun, getting them really crisp and clear to get those sunspots. And I know that one of the guys, I believe, is bringing an infrared camera, to be able to tell. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. I have a million thoughts. It's like, well, what if it's cloudy for 4 days and we see nothing? Then it's like, well, all right, well, none of us saw anything. What if we do only see the apparent sun, essentially just daylight? What if there's obstruction? What if the mountains cover it? And again, it's down to the bottom. If we do see and we can confirm, and all of our information aligns that it is a 24-hour sun, it does not dip below the horizon, then it's going to be kind of like,
School said, well, she's AI generated. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past these people nowadays. AI generated.
Well, maybe we didn't know as much we didn't know as much about the sun as what we thought, and how it moves, and it is something to help push the conversation further. I just want to say this: I do not believe that a 24-hour sun, this has even been said in our room by a PhD theoretical physicist, is going to prove flat Earth, or essentially, I mean, definitely large implications for the globe Earth model for sure, but for flat Earth, it's kind of like, well, we don't really make those claims. We don't really have per se a model. Like, we have a Gleason's map, but I know that there's other flat Earth models, et cetera, out there. And just me being newer to the conversation, just trying to have a stronger grasp of it. But in my belief and in my truth, for me, it's just like, we still have the questions of the lack of sphericity. We haven't been able to prove curvature on the actual ground that we walk on. So how can lights in the sky that we cannot verify determine the ground? I'll go back to what one of my friends actually says, because it's a great analogy. If I come into your house and I'm measuring your ceiling, does that determine what shape the floor is? No, it doesn't. So,
Good point.
Again, it's something to push the
Measuring your
conversation
ceiling.
further, but we still have the lack of sphericity with the very same mathematics, and Earth curvature calculator that they give us, that we are still able to bring things back into full focus, which is.
Well, you just said it. You're inside of something. You're measuring from the inside, internal. So you're inside of something. That's a dead giveaway, first of all. Right? You're inside of something, whether it's, as the flat Earth model, how it's presented. Right? Then you have the hollow Earth theory, the hollow Earth model. They're both inside of something. So for you to even say you've just pushed the hollow Earth all the way out of the window from the top floor, right? And just kept hold of the flat Earth, I find that fascinating. They're both containment. They're both containers. Right? Surely if you put both of them together, then you're working with something. But you said, no, I want to take this one and I throw this one completely away. Completely away. I'm guaranteed if you hold on to the globe, you would, sorry, DM Hollow Earth, you would have come across much more evidence. Just like I have. I stuck around. I didn't jump ship. I stuck around, and so much receipts is popping up left to right, left to right. Moon, Earth, lens, eye, moon, lens, eye, lens, moon, Earth, big Earth, hollow Earth. It's all popping up. But the key word to that is hollow earth. It all leads back to that.
Just one of my main things that held me to flat earth was the long distance observations. I know globers will say it's the bendy light refraction, but I'm just like, dude, come on. Like the fact that we can bring that in and now you're telling me that my eyes are deceiving me, you know, again, and just so many, again, you guys know the plethora of other evidences and how everything ties in. But yeah, it's really the long distance observations for me that really hold me to it.
Nice. The I got a quick question for you, which was kind of like on the procedural level, which was when they gave you the restrictions, when they laid out, you know, afterwards, you know, before your tickets, like, okay, here's what you are limited to on your trip. Were you surprised at some of the guideline, well, not guidelines, just strict rules as far as what you can bring and what you can't?
So if we're discussing the technically the checklist, like we got this checklist of required clothing, fabrics, and everything. It wasn't too far off of what I was expecting because I'm like, okay, granted, we're going to the coldest place on earth. I mean, I think it's pretty fair. You know, most people with common sense would know you probably don't want to wear cotton as your first base layer because, you know, hypothermia, dying would be bad, right? So, you know, I was just like, it was kind of normal to me, you know, like, okay, we need sock liners. Okay, we need this. Okay, we need special goggles that can't be metal. So like, as I was going through the list, I was like, okay, these things do make sense. It's a lot of stuff. Hopefully I don't overheat, but thankfully it's cold enough where 3 to 4 layers will be enough. And yeah, it was kind of fun to kind of shop around for this kind of stuff, you know, and, you know, I'll probably never have to use this stuff ever again in my life, but for a once in an opportunity lifetime, sure, you know.
Will you be able to make the did you have any problems with the weight limit as far as what you were going to take?
So they are limiting us at what was it? I think it's 55 pounds, which to be fair is a lot. It's heavy. But I know like once you're counting in equipment and so forth, that can get a little heavy. I did make sure to ask because since I have traveled the world for the most part, I kind of am, you know, I kind of know, you know, the whole how it goes, you know, as far as traveling, you know, you're able to bring checked baggage, you're able to bring your carry-on, and then usually a personal item, which could be a laptop. And for me, it was a camera bag. So I was like, that's awesome because I can fit my cameras in there, which do have some weight to them in there, and then just kind of reserve my checked bag for like the heavier clothing, maybe fit a couple tripods, battery packs, and then obviously my my carry-on, which would be my hiking backpack, you know, toiletries, you know, cosmetics, you know, all that fun stuff. So I feel comfortable with the weight limit. I haven't really started this sounds bad, right? Less than a week away. I haven't started my pretend packing, but I definitely need to do that this week so
you
that
gotta get
I
on
know
that.
what I can and cannot bring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's a tomorrow task for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to get on the scale. I don't know how you're going to do it if you're like going to step on and off a scale carrying whatever you're going to do, but you'd be surprised how quickly 55 pounds, or if that's what it is, adds up. And sorry, one more question. I don't want to dominate this, which is because, you know, I didn't know until Jaron came on that you guys are going to be down there for what, 11 days? Is that true?
Yeah, it's 10 or 11 days. Yeah, the 10th through the 20th. So
10.
I know some people are flying out differently. Yep.
And you're only on the ice. I know that you can describe your
Look at that. Did you see that? Did you see that? He just said 10 and I should have 10. Oh, 10. Like that was her cue to shut up. Go along with the program. Stick to the program. Did you see that? Hold on a second. Right before 22.
Which is because, you know, I didn't know until Jaron came on that you guys are going to be down there for what, 11 days? Is that true?
Yeah, it's 10 or 11 days. Yeah, the 10th through the 20th. So
10.
I know some people are flying out differently. Yep.
And you're only on the ice. I know that you can describe your
10.
flight route in a minute, but have they sent you, because I've been trying to visualize it, have they sent you any images or pics of the lodging you're going to be staying at in advance?
No,
Uh-oh.
but they did send me like hold on, our customer service rep for ALE, which is the company that we're going through.
Yeah.
She did send me like their online brochure. That was all the stuff that she had sent prior, with like the checked required clothing, etc., what you can and cannot bring.
Mhm.
So I got to look through it, but actually going on TikTok and looking at Union Glacier Camp videos and actually seeing real people that have gone down there, seeing the clamshell tents, how well insulated they are, what it looks like, what the they even have a polar library where you can put books. They have a gift shop down there, which is, I didn't even know. And just like
Okay.
the shower situation, and also like
Did you hear the bear up top? Did you hear the bear? Okay, calm down. It's not a beauty shop. All right, calm down. It's not a beauty shop. You can't get your hair and your nails did over there. Calm down. Okay. Yo.
like the meal hall and like the meals that they provide and so forth. So I was just like scrolling through videos and just watching people that have been down there to the same exact camp that we've been just to check it out. Yeah.
The survivors anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go
the
ahead,
hot
Jeff.
stone massage, the sea kelp facial, the full spa
The
experience.
glacier facial.
Glacier facial. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they use.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Said glacial facial. Yeah.
penguin oil on
Yeah.
that.
Ooh. Bring me back.
Well, no, they don't kill them. They just rub.
Yo, he's in his element. He's in his element. Watch him go.
Rub it off them. I'm pretty sure. And put him back on the ice. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that sounds awesome. I'm so excited for you. I hope so. You get to take pictures and you get to document this experience, and it's like fun for all of us to kind of visualize how it's going to go. What's your flight path going to be like? So what else do you?
I'm sorry. Where are you right now? I didn't even ask that. I'm so rude. What?
Okay, no, that's okay. So
she's going to give a
I'm
secret
actually-
location.
No, where she is now, though.
But she
You
had
guys are
said
tracking my phone.
The what? I'm not. I don't know why you would say that I was tracking
Good
your
one.
phone, Peanut. Turn that off. Go ahead.
Well, she had said she wanted to remain a little anonymous.
Oh,
so-
okay. No. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I wasn't
Well,
going to say.
I'm in my home state. No, I'm okay with it. So I'm in my home state, Pennsylvania. I do not live in Pennsylvania anymore. I do live in the
Pennsylvania. Anybody close to Pennsylvania? Anybody close to Pennsylvania?
South. But I'm here visiting for the holidays. So yeah,
Got
it was like kind of like an all-in-one. Get to come home, visit for the holidays, and I'm actually meeting Flat Earth Gang in New York City this Saturday. So we're going from having conversations for over a year online to we're gonna meet in Times Square / New York City during the magical time of Christmas and see each other in real life and get to hug the people that have given me the courage to really be a non-closeted, going from a closeted flat earther to staying it to the internet, So yeah. I'm really looking forward.
That's awesome. So what
Did you?
go
Go ahead.
no,
Mark, sorry.
you're up, Patricia. What you got?
Well, you might know the story with the documentary called Behind the Curve that was made, and how the filmmakers who were
What?
very new at filmmaking approached us and said that they wanted to just show what real flat earthers are like to their audience. And they were going to make a film, a very low budget film, and they were going to take it and bring it to film festivals and then see how it did. Well, what they ended up doing with it is they made a hit piece and kind of portrayed several of the people in the film and things they did and said in incorrect light. And they also sold it to Netflix and Amazon Prime. So that thing didn't work out too well. So Whitsitt and Jaron, especially Jaron, who was in Behind the Curve, learned from the experience and decided they wanted to sign a bunch of papers with Will to make sure that this wouldn't turn into a hit piece. Now, I know you're not worried about that yourself because you weren't in Behind the Curve, and I don't even know if you even saw it. Not that I'm recommending it, but do you have any feelings about that? Because you probably heard about it. And have you signed any kind of agreement with Will yourself, similar to what Jaron and Whitsitt have signed?
So yes, first and foremost, I did watch Behind the Curve.
Okay.
Jaron did come into Flat Earth Gang about a month ago just to kind of explain to people like this is what happened and this was my experience. This is
So Jaren has visited Flat Earth Gang. The eagle had landed. The instructions have made it. Okay.
how I got duped into this because I had no idea. You go into something with good faith, as I'm sure you all did, and then they turned around and essentially stabbed you in the back. So, it was very unfortunate that that's how it turned out. You guys are strong for, even I can't imagine the amount of backlash you guys faced and all that kind of stuff. We already faced it enough just being, in the community. So, I just believe that people will get their karma in the end. So maybe while they thought that for a minute, they could make you guys look like fools. But in the end, once the truth is revealed, the final joke's on them. And in regards to contracts and stuff, I can say that Will has not given any pushback about it. In the beginning, I just thought, well, I'm a little nobody. Like, why do I need a contract for? But people put it into perspective, like Flat Earth Dave, shout out to Flat Earth Dave. He was the first person that said, absolutely not. I don't care that you're not a content creator. I'm going to send you, like a contract that like me, Witsit, and like Jaron were going to present when I thought,
Great.
I don't think that he ever was going to go. But, he basically came in there like, protective mode, essentially, like, hey, like we've met before in here. I want to make sure that you're okay. Your likeness is important, even if you're not a content creator. And for them to just be able to make content out of you like that wouldn't be fair for them to make you look like that. And with Witsit, shout out to Witsit, shout out to Jaron for like basically holding my hand throughout this whole entire process and helping me and answering all of my questions and just being so just being so available in the sense of as much as they can be, obviously, to help me along the way and help me be a little bit more brave. Even Flat Earth Gang, like they were like, absolutely, Liz, you need a contract. And one of my friends in Flat Earth Gang, he's actually a Glober. He's not a Flat Earth Gang member. Well, he's a member of the house. He's actually a lawyer and his wife's a contract lawyer. And he said, no, absolutely. We need to make sure. Why don't you have the conversation with Will first? And, with Jaron and Witz's experience, when I asked him, they're like, well, we had our back and forth with our lawyers, but there was no part on Duffy where he was just like, absolutely not, or whatever. And I mean, I don't know if there were other conversations behind the scenes, obviously that's between them. But when it came to just my personal experience with it, and when I brought it up to Will, he was like, absolutely, don't worry, the clauses are in there, etc. So that did make me feel more reassured that I was getting, essentially I was given the same level of respect as everyone else, even though I'm not a content creator.
And it's great to hear that the Flat Earth, shout out to Jaron and Austin and Dave for taking you under their wing, because we all kind of know, right? We all kind of know that the world is looking to make a fool even more out of anyone who's a flat earther. I mean, that's why we kind of protect our identity. That's why I'm going by my initials, and you can be ambiguous about where you are, because we know that the world out there, they can be really mean and it can be really scary. And so I always say
That's the same thing a Christian would say, who sticks on their belief, who's not willing to budge. It's scary for them. The truth can be scary. When you're not willing to accept, truth can be scary. So
really brave to kind of do something when you're being the underdog, and that if you're just being wise, maybe it's not even brave, it's being wise into what happened with Behind the Curve this go around. I think that's really cool for just Flat Earth in general, because once you become a Flat Earther, I'm sorry, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's the coolest thing ever, because it's another step towards the truth. And it just sucks that the globe side of things wants to make a mockery, and it's like they're allowed to do that in this world. And it's not really fair, because we're human beings who are just questioning the mainstream narrative, and we're saying that
he's not wrong there. It is another step to the truth, right? It's one half of the dome, right? Then when you researched Hollow Earth, it's the full dome, the full sphere. She's done a complete 360. She went from a sphere to a dome. That's not how it works. You go from a dome to a sphere. That's how it works. That's the creation. Half to full. Not full to half. You go from half to full. You got it all backwards.
That this place is different than what we've been told, and we just want to figure it out a little bit more.
Yes, well
And
said. Well said.
so, you know,
Well-
I think it's good that Patricia brought that up, because let's be real, our viewers know, and we all saw what both Mark and Patricia went through. I was one of my first exposures to them, but now I look at it like a badge of honor, and I see that it's again, it's Patricia and Mark wanting to protect, and same with Dave and Austin Jaron. But you're also being you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, in a sense, I would imagine, right? You kind of know already that there's a little bit of a risk involved, not necessarily for your safety, but more about just a reputation on the line. But it doesn't matter, because if this is the truth, then, you know, how do you feel about all that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been braver in the last year just coming out, you know, again, shout out to Flat Earth Gang. I'll always give them their flowers, because I'll never forget the day that one of the main admins and moderators, you know, the one who's the creator of the wonderful hoodie that I'm wearing from blackistheuniform.com, he told me, no, you got to say it with your whole chest, homie. You got to stand on business and say it, and, you know, say that
Damn.
you're a flat earther. Don't be a
Stop it. Don't try to talk about standing on business, homie. Don't. Not you, Karen. Don't. Not Karen.
afraid, and it's really encouraged and pushed me. And you know, it's deeper than that. It's more spiritual, because in doing so with that, if I can go out and say something as quote unquote ridiculous as I'm a flat earther, right, then I can go out and just say anything. I don't have to be a people pleaser. I can say no to social events that I don't care for. I don't want to look at your vacation pictures. I do not care to go to your, I don't know, birthday party at times, you know, like just stuff like that. I know that sounds
Right.
kind of like, you know, a little, but it kind of like bleeds into other parts of your life, where it's just like, I don't have to do what everybody says. I don't have to be part of the mainstream. It's really like a coming of age story for me. Like, you know, like I'm really coming in.
Artizzle in the building. He's asking, who is DJ Person? Never heard of him. Okay. The name should give it away. All right. The name should give it away.
And be
He's you know, maybe someone in the chat might bring you up to speed on DJ Curious. All right. Well, welcome. What's going on, Mr. Artizzle? Shawnee boy in the building. How we doing, folks?
becoming the person that I'm supposed to be, if
Day one S in the building. Much love, bro.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Flat Earth did that to many of us, that same exact thing.
Yeah, but it also
So-
gives me more patience with other people, and it gives me more, you know, I want to kind of like what Mark says, he never would wrong somebody again. Not that you ever did though, Mark, right? But you know, we kind of all feel like something could be above us, right? Something could be kind of knows how this place works inside and out, and maybe it's an intelligent designer that put us here for a reason. And to me, it's like, yeah, Flat Earth, like you're saying, Elizabeth, it helps you kind of get rid of the surface stuff in your life and go deeper. And you want to learn how this place works, and you want to build real relationships, and you want to just, again, I give glory to God, because like this place is obviously magical, and I want to know more.
You give glory to the same person that, you know, brings the hand of death. You give glory to that person. Who delegates words of destruction. You give glory to that person. I bet you do.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I hold close to my heart, is that, wow, we have been duped into thinking that we are so insignificant. The whole pale blue dot that Musk talks about and other people have said, it's just like, we are made to believe that we are not at the center. We are made to believe that we're just amongst millions and billions of stars and galaxies and all this other stuff, to really just keep us here, even down to the level of like even being on this beautiful topographical flat plane. You know, even the food, they're trying to keep us so docile, so everything. And I know that when you say that to certain people, like especially if they're very blue pilled and very surface level, it could be a lot. So like to touch on your point, DJ, it also has taught me patience with people and patience with myself when I find myself not understanding. But, you know, not to go on a religious dialogue, but, and just to keep it short, it has brought me a lot closer to the creator. And I can't even say this enough, because it's something that I experienced personally. I'm sure some of you have.
But hold on. I'm pretty sure he's a Christian, right? Is this guy a Christian? He's a religious guy. I'm pretty sure he's a religious guy. I could be wrong. But, he's talking about this religion stuff, plus the flat Earth, right?
Have as well. It's really changed my life. It's really helped me calm my nervous system, learn to manage my emotions, go back into my divine feminine, and yeah, just everything. I'm just loving this journey and this experience, and I'm just soaking it all in. And even in the moments where I'm ridiculed, or I've had loved ones in the past, basically call me crazy or this and that. I mean, if I could get over people that I love or claim to love me in the past, calling me crazy for being a flat earther / conspiracy theorist, then the trolls on the internet and people that I don't know slides off like butter, baby. Who are you? I would have to give you permission in order for you to insult me, and I do not give you permission.
It's a healthy attitude. Love it.
Well done.
Love it.
Shut up.
You've probably heard. Oh, well, I love that. That's good. You've got to be. I know that in Flat Earth, I wasn't when I first started. I was a little too sensitive, and I let people saying crazy things about me, troll type people, get to me. But in the end, I did toughen up some and realized my own value. And I think Flat Earth helps us all realize our own value. We're not living on a pale blue dot. We're not nothing in the midst of this expansive space that never ends. We are everything, all of us. But okay, the latest bit of information about this event that you're going to be a big part of is that Candace Owens, producer, has a friend who's just been invited to attend, who happens to be not a big one, but a documentary filmmaker. And he happens to be a flat earther.
Candace Owens' friend. Candace Owen. She's another face that's out there, right? Public figure. Her friend is a flat earther. Everyone's a flat earther. Celebrities, weirdos. Everyone's a flat earther. What's going on?
Earther. His last name is Morande. I think I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. I think Jonathan is the first name. And this person is, like I said, Candace Owens, producer, who's going to this, who is a Glow believer, his close friend, and he says he's a flat earther. Now, none of us here have heard of him as a flat earther, and I was wondering if you over with Flat Earth Gang at Clubhouse had ever heard of this person.
So we have not. I heard about the news first when Sharon and Witsit, we had a little Zoom call, a little Antarctica group meeting about over a week ago. And that's when, Duffy had dropped the news. And, we were kind of like, okay, so this isn't a you pick. This is a Mark pick, which is Candace's producer. And, when I heard that he was a flat earther, I was just kind of like, okay. And then, like, to your point where you're like, well, none of us have heard of him. It dates back to like September when I won the golden ticket. It's like, well, nobody heard of me. And, there was all this skepticism and everything. So,
but
of course,
people could vouch for you because you have friends who are on Clubhouse. And some of them are here in the chat.
Right, absolutely. But even that, I mean, we've been told that we were like a long game for Duffy, like an op. Like it's ridiculous.
Okay.
We'll get into that later.
A plant. You're a plant. I can tell. You lot are plants. I can tell. And I don't mean the type of plant that takes water. I can tell. Can't fool me. Look at this whole little get up. Look at this get up. Weird diversity going on here.
Later. Right. But my main point is, I just saw it as like, okay, I've never heard of him. I've never even heard of any documentaries that he's made, but okay, it's Mark's pick. He's a flat earther. Let's see. And, I trust in Jaren and Witsit, and I know that they've done their due diligence. I believe that they did a little background digging on him. I don't think that he has any flat earth content, but I believe that maybe they were able to kind of verify, for as much as we can, right, with anybody on the internet, like, are you a true flat earther? What made you a flat earther? I know on the call initially we had like a meet and greet with him. They asked him a few questions, but again, when you don't know somebody from Adam, you can only take it take it with a grain of salt, essentially, and kind of just see how it goes and, kind of build off of there. And, yeah, I guess we're kind of all just like, I guess we'll see, right? We'll see if you really are.
Did he seem to know anything about flat Earth? I mean, you're very well versed, so.
He did say a few things on the call, that it's like, okay, well, I mean, you don't sound like you're faking it, but again, I mean, anybody can go online, watch a couple flat Earth videos and just have some
Sure.
talking points. I mean, people have even said that about me, and that fine, absolutely, everyone's entitled to their opinion and their skepticism. But I mean, I'm trying more in this stage of my life to just give people more the benefit of the doubt. I know that sounds ironic because it's like, as you become a more down the rabbit hole, more of a conspiracy theorist, or a conspiracy realist, let's call it what it really is, you do build up some skepticism. But I also feel like it's good to check ourselves and say, do I have enough discernment where I'm not just going off the handle and calling everything a conspiracy, or am I looking at things objectively and looking at both sides of the information and allowing the evidence to prove itself? So when it comes to people, I've heard what you said. You said a couple points that I'm like, okay, you could be legit. Now it's going to matter how we move forward.
Yeah.
How are you going to act? Body language, conversation when we're down there on the ice, and obviously the unknown. What is this documentary going to be? Is it going to be a hit piece? But again, that is why we have things like contracts in place, because hopefully we can keep a level of respect this time around.
Right. Very true. And there's no way to stop any kind of documentary or any kind of hit piece. And there have been so many of them already. And guess what? We're still here.
Right.
So,
and I'm not necessarily worried, Patricia and DJ already know, which is, and you might too, Elizabeth, which is it's really tough to fake being a flat earther. Extremely tough. You either know it or you don't.
It's extremely tough. You can't fake being a flat earther, apparently. That is wild. Is that true? Is it just like reeking? Can you just smell it on somebody?
Don't. And come on, if you're going to spend 10 days in close quarters with Jaren and Austin, good luck. You would last 2 seconds if you were an actual globe believer. There is no way you can come up with the verbiage. They are sniffed out. Granted, I'm not really good at sniffing them out just because I'm busy thinking about other things. But when we do conferences, people are sniffed out instantly because it's something. It's not just something in the verbiage. It's something in the eyes. It's something in the attitude. It's almost like they're trying.
Something in the eyes. Yes, indeed. Something in the eyes. You said it. This guy's always showing the eyes and says little reference to the eyes. All right.
To fake it and keep a straight face, but they're nervous at the same time. Flat earthers at our gatherings are never nervous about anything. So yeah, to your point, Elizabeth, we'll find out real quick. You'll probably find out on the plane ride down, which brings me to this, since you know probably better than anybody. So it's an 8-man roster at this point, right? 8 people. Do you know them?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got on our side, you've got you, Jaren, Austin, and well, yeah, maybe this guy, right? Maybe. I know that Duffy's immediately. It's like, oh, it's 4 and 4. It's like, okay, yeah, we'll see. But you've got the filmmaker, you've got Candace Owens, producer, and then the 2 dedicated trolls are, who are they again, guys? Do we know? Do you know, Elizabeth?
Dave
Are we
McKeegan?
talking about MC2?
Yes.
MC2.
And there's one more.
Dave McKeegan.
Oh, is McKeegan? Is he actually the confirmed?
Oh, McKeegan's definitely.
Oh, okay.
Going.
Then
Yeah,
there.
for
Okay.
sure.
So yeah, two dedicated.
Look, what's going on? Is there a delay or is she on a script? I don't know. It sounds off now. I don't know. Is she trying to stick to the script? What's going on here?
McKeegan's way bigger in terms of his channel. Again, love the fact that a photography channel jumps and makes a flat Earth video, anti-flat Earth video. It's like, flat Earth's dumb, gets a whole bunch of hits. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing these, and then he gets verified, he gets sponsors, and you know, his numbers just keep going up and up, which he sucks. So, have you been in contact with have any of those guys reached out to you?
Not directly. I mean, we're kind of like in a group chat now that we're like, you know, Antarctica bound, you know, just to kind of talk logistics and so forth. But the only person that I have had, you know, not personal, just direct communication with is MC Tune. We kind of date back to a few months ago. And yeah, he's the only person that I've ever actually exchanged words with, just on a me and him level.
Got it. Should be it.
It's so interesting, right? I mean, it's like the globe side and the flat side get on a plane together and go to Antarctica to solve this mystery. And these are like the world's biggest flat Earth trolls that you're going to be with. And I get trusting God, amen, but at the same time having a little bit of skepticism.
You with the amen. It's raining burn.
Is probably healthy. Just we have made it no secret on this channel that we are questioning Duffy's motives. And Duffy, you know, we know you might be listening, and it's like, we're praying for you. Just because you see a 24-hour sun or not doesn't mean that we're back in outer space. It just means this place doesn't work the way that we've been told, or even you've been told. All right, so go easy on our friends here. We're trusting you with them, and she's obviously being very trusting, and so we're just like, hey, do the right thing. That's like my hope for Will Duffy, because yeah, you got to have the mindset you have, Lizbeth, to kind of help you sleep at night, right? I mean, I get it.
Yeah, and
absolutely. And
go ahead, guys.
I was going to mention that the contract that
Now you gotta have that mindset to help her sleep at night. Now you gotta have that mindset to help you sleep at night. What about just cuddling up next to, you know, your partner or your children or whatever you gotta do? Why do you gotta have this, you know, unlock and key to help you sleep at night?
was
Crazy.
signed by Jaron and Witsit, and I don't know about yours that Dave helped you with. I don't know if they're exactly the same or what, but they involve not being a part of a documentary. From what I heard from Jaron, they don't want to be a part of any kind of hit piece. They would maybe do a documentary themselves if it works out the way that some say that the flat Earth model should work. But what with the addition of this new guy, the documentary filmmaker, flat earther, friend of Candace Owens, producer, does the way that the paperwork is written, the contract, exclude this new person from making a doc?
So if that's Candace Owens' friend, I wonder if he's gonna produce some stuff of his own, maybe even for Candace. Candace might even promote some new stuff from this guy he's going. She may be the first one to actually speak up on it. All right, can you imagine the technology that he's gonna bring and the knowledge? Interesting.
Documentary and including flat earthers in it, or is it just the people that were involved aren't allowed to make a documentary up until the point before he was invited along? That worries me.
So that's a very good question. That is something that I had brought up last week in the chat, because I said, okay, well, Jaron and Witsit have their contracts with Duffy, and of course, like, I don't know everything that's in their contracts, and obviously that's probably confidentiality between them. I know that my contract probably doesn't go as big into detail, just because I didn't have, you know, I didn't have as many things like as Jaron and Witsit. For me, it was more about protecting my likeness, not having to have any financial liability if, God forbid, I were to get sick and couldn't go on this trip. Not happening. We are on that elderberry, and you know, just kind of just more or less like, you know, if we're going to be filming each other, like, we need to let each other know. But I realized, well, that's just with Duffy. Now that we have all these other people going, Like, it's not like I have a direct contract with MC Toon. I don't have a direct contract with Dave McKeegan or Mark, Candace's producer, and now Jonathan. So I did ask in the chat, you know, I'm a big question asker, and I said, hey guys, regarding individual contracts amongst ourselves, are we going to verbally agree or even have it, you know, because you can use it in a court of law, like technically messages, and it's, you know, if you agree to something, you know, and are we going to verbally agree or via chat, like agree that we're going to let each other know that we're filming each other? Like, no, like coming out of the tent and you got sleepy dust in your eyes or anything, like even something as simple as that. Like, let's not film each other being embarrassing or like in our most intimate moments. Like, I would hope nobody is that desperate for content that they would need to do that, you know? So, you know, when I brought that up, it was like, that's a very good question. So I don't know if it's going to be, we're signing papers specifically with all of us individually, or if the group chat is going to be enough. Those are questions that I hope to be answered, obviously, super soon.
Yeah. It just occurred to me while you guys were talking that it could be that when this Candace Owens, his name is Mark, Candace Owens' producer.
Yes.
Right. It could be that Mark invited him, again, I'm just spitballing here, to be his own personal cameraman in this case, where it's like, because I'm pretty sure that Candace Owens' producer was going to shoot his own stuff, but now be like, dude, do me a solid and shoot stuff for me, which,
well, the word documentary was used by Will
Right,
Duffy in his video that now a documentary is going to be made. So
in the end, just for the chat room, just so you guys know, because I've done this a few times, you have to sign, which is all producers will tell you this, and this is a daily push by every producer. You have to sign the release form. You cannot be shot and then sell your image to somebody without the release form. Now, once you sell it, then you're screwed, because then they can do anything you want. I mean, the stuff that Patricia and I did is going to be on Netflix and Amazon forever, right? Long after we're gone. But if you don't sign it, they can't use it. You can be sued into the freaking ground. So just again, I'm not too worried now that I know a little bit more about this, because this guy it's one thing to pretend to be a flat earther, but to be a flat earth documentary maker in front of these in close quarters with our crew, no. I think Lizbeth alone could sniff him out in 2 seconds, given the group she's been hanging out with. So,
well, it just adds another layer to the mystery of what's really going to happen. It's kind of exciting, and you know, we're all having. I feel like if we really had that bad of feelings about it, you get a lot more people warning you just not to go. So I don't think we're at that level. And you said that Duffy's been very professional, and I know that he's acting like he is in some of these videos. We have our suspicions, which I think is fair given the history of this whole topic.
Sure.
But you know, it's just kind of like the flat earth movie again. And my mind is just going back. It feels like, okay, when the animals are in the Serengeti and it's been a drought for a long time, and they find that one watering hole, and you get the gazelles and the cheetahs and the lions all drinking water at the same time, kind of looking over each other's shoulder, taking those slow sips. And at any second, you know, boom, someone's going to try to make a strike, and then you got to pounce, or, you know, so just.
That'll probably be him making the strike, right? Lining somebody up. I see you, Mr. Curious. You're lining somebody up, huh? Pounce. Wow.
We're saying watch your back, but hey, God's with you.
All right.
I told you. He said, watch your back.
Do this really quick. Elizabeth, can you hang with us for the second segment or not? You good?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah,
We're
good to go.
let's
Mark, can I just interrupt you
No, I
and
don't
just
think
say
so.
that Jaronism is in the chat, and this is
Hey.
apropos. I should bring it up now before we go to the break, because we'll forget. Jaron says he just popped in to say that we have final edit approval on any documentary or video, any.
Yeah,
So that's really good to know.
And
Right.
yeah,
Thanks,
if you were gonna go, let me say this before we run, because I got to run the Fast Earth Clue as we go to break, which is Jaron, of all people, is probably the guy you want to go with, because he is absolutely he's been waiting for the day to shut down somebody. Bitten once. He is not going to, because again, he was one of the last people to sign off on the first one, and he regrets it because they burned him in the end. So he won't let him happen again. Doesn't matter if this guy's the guy that's coming, the friend of Candace Owens guy, if he's the friendliest guy in the world. Jaren's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not saying anything until I see the footage, which will be, as you know, tricky to do. But if anyone can pull it off, it'll be Jaren.
All right, Jaren. Shout out to Jaren and Witsit, because you kind of really are going with Flat Earth rock stars, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't have been a cooler group of the three of you. So it's very exciting. And shout out to Jaren, dude. Love you. I'm so, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run the 60 seconds that'll change your life. This one is on Neil deGrasse Tyson. You won't hear it, so Elizabeth, you'll just see it. I don't know if you watched it. And when we come back, I'll show off a little bit. And I have to announce the meetups too. We still have 2 meetups in the holidays. You guys stop doing meetups during the holidays, for God's sakes. All right, anyway. What happens when I hit this button?
I think we stop that there for now. I think that's a different subject they start talking about. Very interesting. Lots of interesting things got said. Lots of things got revealed. Lots of things got revealed in that one there. Can you imagine that? He got the lucky ticket. This young lady got the lucky ticket, right? Look how she was prompt. Look, she was just like molded. It looks like she was molded. And all she did was send an email. And boom, she's in the game. She's in the game. It's crazy. So she's gone from Hollow Earth to Flat Earth. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. I guess she didn't find the body. She didn't find the body. That is interesting. Where was we? Auntie over there. What's going on with the chat room? Grand old chat room. What did you guys think about that? Don't you think that was strange? All right, this young lady, she got the golden ticket. And all she did was send an email. She's a nobody, remember? She's a nobody, apparently. That'll be like, let me take a shot in the chat room. Boom. No disrespect, right? You are somebody, right? But you know, to the bigger cabal, you're nobody, right? You're nobody to them. That's like Shawnee Boy getting picked out. Yeah, sure. Sure. She got the golden ticket. I wonder who else put their name down there. I wonder if Z or Natch put their name down there. If they did, they're probably upset they didn't get to go. This young Heidi looking lady got to go. She looked like Heidi. Like a young version of Heidi. Or should I say younger? That's interesting. Something's wrong there anyway. Anyway. Where was we?
Hey guys, so today I want to talk about this cover right here. This is the Economist Magazine 2025 predictions. And of course, the Economist Magazine is owned by these people right here. Can't say certain names, you know, with all this censorship going on. But it just so happens that these same people have an island named after them in Antarctica. That's suspicious, but it makes sense that they own this magazine because it is a universal law where they have to reveal what's happening to us ahead of time. So looking at this cover right off the bat, I can make out what seems to be a face. There's an eye right here, an eye right here, nose under Donald Trump, and a mouth.
Even a bit more so you can see it.
Right here. So whose face do you think this is? Whose face are they trying to show or reveal to us? I mean, we have Saturn right here at the top. If you guys watch my last video, then you know that Saturn equals El, the king of the gods. So is this face supposed to represent El? Is El going to be returning or making a comeback in 2025?
Volkswagen Car Insurance. Cover you expect for the moments you don't.
Check out the first review of this new impressive product. No, not the VR headset.
We already know these celebrities love to worship Saturn, aka El. Here we have Beyonce on the cover of Vogue with Saturn earrings. Here we have Adele with Saturn earrings. And she also has Saturn tattooed on her arm, which, if you didn't know, she got that tattoo on her 33rd birthday. 33. The elite love to use that number. Michael Jackson with the Saturn ring around his face. Katy Perry posting on her Instagram a new tattoo of Saturn. I'm going to talk more about Katy Perry later because she is heavily involved in this agenda that they are pushing, but just keep her in mind. Okay, so back to this cover. Right here we can see an hourglass, but it looks like the hourglass has started over. In the Economist magazine 2024 predictions, the hourglass was running out of time. Now it looks like it is the beginning of something, the beginning of the reset, the beginning of the new world order. Over here, we see the electric vehicle again. So this could signify that they're going to be pushing for this even harder next year. Right here, we have what appears to be a ballot box, and it is broken. Could this signify that there will be no more voting? Trump did say that once you vote for him, you won't have to vote anymore. And I predicted that he would be the last president. We have what seems to be some type of microchip right here. This correlates perfectly with Elon Musk and this Neuralink brain chip that he's trying to push. I remember when I said that you can see a face on this cover? Well, if you look on the edges, there's some microchips attached to this face as if it's combined, mixing man and machine, this transhumanism that Elon is promoting.
Yeah.
Also, we see some type of rocket, and that also correlates with Elon Musk. Then in this...
Yeah, she's dropping gems in this. She's dropping gems. Little connections here and there, right? Because they definitely are pushing the, neuro and, the merging transhumanism. So, yeah.
This eyeball right here, we can see a nuke symbol. Is there going to be some type of war taking place in 2025? World War III, perhaps? Is that going to be the event that leads to the New World Order? And Trump is going to be the president when this New World Order takes place? Then down here, we have a red fist. The red fist can symbolize communism. What does communism have to do with anything? Well,
That's the hand of God again.
the Communist Party rule has been criticized as authoritarian, killing off and suppressing anybody that they deem an enemy. Is that where America is headed? There is no more voting, no more presidents, no more democracy. We are now under a dictatorship. Don't worry, Trump made a vow that he's only going to be a dictator on day one. That's it. This red fist should let you know that they are trying to bring about global communism via AI governance. AI governance means no human governance. A new world order where everything is controlled by AI. If all the cars are electric, then they can control that. This man right here, Klaus Schwab, he's the executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, the same organization that said you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. The same organization trying to bring about a reset. The same organization, you can go to their website right here, that's trying to promote AI governance. That means no human governance, no human interaction. This is also on their website. You can go for yourself. Same organization that's trying to promote smart city governance, where everything is controlled. And the executive chairman of this organization, the World Economic Forum, created a book called The Fourth Industrial Revolution. What is the Fourth Industrial Revolution? It's where everything is controlled via computers. Elon Musk even retweeted this post stating that Tesla is the front and center of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The front and center of smart city governance, AI governance, you owning nothing and being happy about it.
Here it is, the UK's most
Giving
personalised
it to you.
Christmas card. Moonpig.com.
Elon Musk even attended the Global Citizen Awards, Keyword global new world order, you guys. Here Elon is right here with Klaus Schwab. Now, do you see how everything is connected? The agenda, Elon and Trump and Klaus Schwab, they are pushing for this new world order, you guys, this reset. And then right here, we can see what seems to be and this could mean several things, okay? Either there's going to be another pandemic, which can be another event they use to bring about the new world order, or this could represent Elon Musk's brain chip. He did say that he wanted to inject this chip into humans. Injecting can be through a... Now, what I find strange about this cover is that it is scarily similar to another post from Elon Musk's baby mother. Her name is Grimes. She tweeted this November 8th, 2023, last year. And she said, a few years ago, we released a prophecy on this ancient tablet to the left. Since most of the bad omens have come true, we've canceled this stone and are releasing a new prophecy on the right. Now, this original post that she tweeted on the left was created during the time period where she was dating Elon Musk. Let's look a bit closer at this tablet. This is the prophecy that she said some of the bad omens came true. If you zoom in right here, we...
Yeah. She can't mention it, but you know, you can see it for yourself. I'm not even going to mention
equals UFO. Now, I don't even know how to decipher this, but could this mean that this mixed with the modified DNA creating aliens or some type of hybrid? Then when we look towards the end of the prophecy, we see the solar eclipse. This is a reoccurring theme with the L.
Yeah, see, the UFO's the lens, right? Remember I showed you that's the lens. If she's saying that's the UFO, they're talking about the lens. And what a coincidence, they got the moon right there now, right? Let's have a look.
The video that Elon Musk tweeted literally showed an eclipse with a clock behind it as if time was running out, which matches up with the 2024 predictions where it showed an eclipse and the time running out. Mind you, the eclipse that took place April 8th, 2024 covered all of these cities. Rapture, Indiana, Jonah, Texas. What a weird coincidence. And Grimes put a lot of explanation points after the eclipse, meaning something major happened that day, some type of ritual. Just so happened that CERN decided to test their most powerful particle accelerator during the solar eclipse that happened this year. The logo for CERN has 3 6s in it. CERN even has a statue of Shiva outside of its headquarters. Shiva is the Hindu god that is known as the destroyer. It is said to destroy the universe at the end of each cycle. The key words here are end of each cycle. If you look at this picture of Trump and Elon Musk, you will see that Elon Musk is wearing a necklace that has the Omega symbol on it. The Omega symbol means the end. It represents the last, the great end. And if something is ending, something new must begin, like we see with this hourglass. Then right here we have dragons, 2 dragons, and I think that's a flower. I have no idea what this is right here. Then there's an atom, a nuke symbol, and again, I don't know what that is.
That's a hazardous. It looks like a hazardous sign. That looks like a hazardous one. This one right here. It looks like the hazardous. So atom, like I was saying, right? The nukes, right? That's Death from Above Part 2 coming. Bear with me. And the hazardous. That looks like the hazardous sign. Could be wrong, but it looks like that. Very interesting. Anti is going in.
On this cover, predicting 2025, we also see the atom symbol and the nuke symbol. Right here, it says end, meaning the prophecy ended.
What's that hanging there? Is that a diamond? The Omega sign in the diamond? Is that what that is? The Omega in the diamond? Can't make this shit up. And look what's on his t-shirt, right? You can only see, well, what I can see here is the cup. All right, cup, like the optic cup. All right, you got the triangle, the pyramid.
But Grimes said since most of those have came true, she canceled that stone and released a new prophecy, this one right here, which I'm about to open up. So here's the new prophecy, and she changed some things. Let's zoom in at the bottom right here. Now we have a rocket, we have Saturn, another rocket, and another planet, I don't know, moon, maybe Mars, correlates to this cover with the rocket and Saturn, L. Then we have some DNA. I don't know what this is, and the infinity symbol. I'm guessing that means they're going to figure out a way for humans to live forever, transhumanism, mixing man and machine. They're going to modify y'all's DNA some way, somehow. I don't know what this is right here, but this whole line right here reminded me of the show on Netflix called Love, Death, Robots or something like that. I say that because this looks like a ghost or something. So I see Love, Death, Robots, like the Netflix show. And I'm actually going to watch this show and see if I can find any hidden messages or symbolism in it. I'll do another video in the future breaking down this show. I didn't even notice this picture right here, guys. This looks like some type of explosion, like the nuke just went off right here. It's just conveniently placed right next to Putin. Same guy that said Russia is going to start the nuclear war. It proves nuclear weapons. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments what else you guys see that I didn't quite catch. But the fact that Grimes even tweeted these prophecies is weird because Elon Musk tweeted that the prophecy has been fulfilled when Donald Trump won the election. So let me know down below what you guys think about all this.
Oh, good stuff. Very informative. Very informative. What's the time? We've got 2 hours 16. Have I got enough for Mr. Roger? Let's have a little quick look. Where's Mr. Spurs gone? Okay. Give me a second. Mysterious hotspot discovered on the moon.
All right, when I say absolutely gigantically enormous, when I show you what that means, heat is radiating from a huge mass under the moon. This is just brand new out today, basically. And what is it saying? The moon normally seems cold and lifeless, but all of a sudden they found on the far side, hidden beneath the moon's far side, it defies expectations. It involves a rare material typically associated with Earth, raising fascinating questions about the moon's past. They're talking about granite, I believe. Now, what could cause such heat on a body long thought to be geologically dormant? And what does this mean for our understanding of the moon and perhaps even other planets? Well, I believe I know already what the source of this heat is, but we're going to look at this video that they have here showing large mass discovered on the moon's crater, believed to be whatever. And this is funded by the European Union. Anyway, its groundbreaking revelations identified a substance heat-emitting granite mass. All right, let's just take a look at what they have to say, and I will show you some things that I have accumulated about the moon and its far side, and we have taken some of our own shots of the moon, which show there is some kind of heat signatures on the moon. There's no question about that. All right, this is our side of the moon, but there's still something going on here. This stuff here, whenever you see a glow, that's some kind of energy. And it's between us and the moon. So it's either somewhere in space or it's on the moon. That's all I can tell you. There's some very, very strange things going on. Now, this picture was taken by a fella in New Zealand. He took a bunch of other pictures, stunning stuff. And it shows all my dipoles. I say everything is a dipole. Plus, it shows a lot of other things that are very, very fascinating. But let's just go with the magnetic fields, dipoles, fields in space, which obstruct the flow of anything through it, anything with a field, and everything that goes through it, which is light, has a field. It's going to go pop, 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 pop. It's going to slow down. We're thinking that everything is expanding, and now they're even saying it's starting to accelerate the expansion. It's just getting further and further and further. I mean, it's not getting further and further and further away. It's just getting slower and slower and slower and slower and slower. And that's all it is. And we said, oh, now we can see 100 billion miles back there. No, you can't. Light slows down. It could be right down the street for all you know, because it's coming through all this kind of stuff. What kind of stuff going to come through? I don't know. Some places are dense. Some places are wide open. So you cannot judge the distance in space. It's not homogeneous. They know this. But this is, there's no question there's some kind of energy going on. Now, where does that energy come from? Well,
I disagree. To some degree, space is homogeneous. There seems to be copies in space, right? The James Webb Telescope seems to be picking up doubles of certain locations. This is facts. This is facts. I've shown it a few times. But that's something that seems to catch my attention of lately, right? How can there be doubles in the universe that would go to the mirroring, the lensing? It's reflecting on itself. That's what's happening. Like I said, the James Webb Telescope, it's got the mirrors. It's reflecting, it's making copies, but it's saying it looks like there's doubles out there. So it's not homogeneous.
I think I know. Okay, a lot of times they block me if I start playing their content, so I'm just going to show this. They're saying that there might have been a gigantic meteorite that hit the moon and just lodged itself instead.
And according to the Flat Earth Model 101 that I showed once a few times over here, there seem to be copies of the same continent. What's up with that? Why is there copies of the same continents on the Flat Earth Model?
Instead of really going deep inside, it's just for some reason just sort of stuck there. It's got lodged or stuck. Well, I have a whole different interpretation of this, and I will show you what I say, this layer, then this layer, then this layer, then that layer, and what these two dots are, and why this ring is here, and why I say it's not a meteorite impact. But this is what they're saying. That's one of the major theories right now. This is on the dark side of the moon. I have this in another version of this shot, which is much more illustrative. Let's put it that way. All right, he's saying there's a huge, massive metal just below the surface. All right, so
but
they're
hold on,
saying
no,
there's
let's
all this
go back
metal.
a second. Because look,
2.2
wait there a second.
quadrillion tons of metal.
I didn't want to know
Explain
that.
what I say, and you.
Okay, now, I don't know, I could be reaching, right? But what I'm seeing here, this small portion right here, right? This almost looks like it's got the moon face on it, right? See this dark patch right here? It almost reminds me of the patterns on the moon itself. This looks like this could be our realm here, what they're showing us, right? This is our realm, just this bit here, right? And this is the waters that go around it, right? Let's have a look. Let's go back a bit. All right, so we'd be in the middle. And that green part would have been the waters. Right, I don't know why they got it in reverse. The water should have been out here, the blue part, but you can see a bit of blue out here as well, right? Blue there, but blue and green mixed together right here, right? So the green part is the barrier, right? The yellow part and the green and there's a bit of blue going around it, right? And just like in here, this is the blue marble right here. This would be a blue marble in the middle, right? This would be a blue marble, but it's the moon, right? The globe. This will be the globe apparently in the middle, possibly, or the moon, right? But there's more. See, there's more land out there. I hope you're following me where I'm going with this. This little segment right here looks like the face of the moon. This bit right here.
Massive metal just below the surface. All right, so this, he did talk about granite at one
That right there.
time, or somebody did. I've been doing a lot of research, but I can't find a whole lot about this. Now, I do understand what this is. I believe, I'm going to explain what I say, and you can take it one way or the other. But they think a big metal asteroid, heavy-duty asteroid hit there, and instead of going impacting in, it just sort of settled on the surface, basically. Well, that's, I don't believe what happened there. When you have two bodies, they're not just going to bump into each other. They're going to have to slam into each other. Otherwise, their fields will push away from each other. They have to impact. That's an impact, and it's a direct impact if it was a meteorite. And that's just not going to settle there. That's my point.
That's no meteorite. That's just biology.
It's not. It was not a meteorite, and that's my other point.
That's it.
All right. So you saw what they had to say. They think it was an impact. Now listen to what they have to say here. Dr. Matt Siegler of the Planetary Science Institute explained, quote, "We used an instrument that observes microwave wavelengths longer than infrared, sent to the moon on both these Chinese E1 and 2 orbiters. We found that one of these suspected volcanoes, these are some suspected volcano looking round things, known as Compton Belkovich, was absolutely glowing at microwave wavelengths." Well, what does that mean, glow?
Volcanoes, right? That's possibly the crater. Is that the crater they're talking?
Well, the microwaves hit it and it stimulates it, and it like they see it pumping out radiation, basically glowing. Now, they're talking about silicon-rich features. Now, 20 kilometers wide, and it's warmer. They thought to be the caldera of an ancient volcano. The area exhibited temperatures 10 degrees warmer, this is Celsius, warmer than its surroundings. Notably, the heat is not due to current volcanic activity, as the last eruption, they claim, occurred 3.5 billion years ago. Instead, the heat emanates from, now listen to this very, very, very carefully. They say, instead, the heat emanates from radioactive elements trapped within the granite mass, deep down under the surface, which is silicon-rich surface. So they have never been down there. All they know is there's heat. So what do? They say, Dr. Siegel noted, we interpret this heat. So they decided this heat flux is a result of radiogenic-rich granite body below the caldera. So they say it has to be one big mass of something that's giving off energy. So the only thing that we can come up with is going to be a radiogenic rich granite body. No, I don't agree with that at all. So now they've taken everything now now we know what's going on. The verdict is in. We know exactly what's happening. I say, no, that's not true. The verdict is not in. I want a retrial. You see this? The verdict is not in. The verdict is in. I don't think so. It's official. Scientists have confirmed what's inside the moon. Everything's official. We figured it out today. We're going to figure it out.
Exactly. Can't trust these scientists. We'll leave that there for now. We'll leave that there for now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's Weird Wednesday. Right? You get people winning lottery tickets to go to Antarctica. Sorry, not lottery tickets, Willy Wonka tickets to go to Antarctica. It's interesting. Very interesting. Looks like it's being handpicked. People are being handpicked. I don't know. Yeah, very strange. Very strange. Pushed the Hollow Earth right to the side and jumped on the flat Earth. I mean, look, big and serious now. Is there any new information that I'm not aware of coming out from the flat Earth? Can anybody bring me up to speed if there is? Or is it the same old stuff? That's what I need to know. These are the things we need to question. Are we not getting closer to the truth, or are we just staying stagnant? Are we just staying still, or are we getting closer to the truth? Have you ever thought about that? There you go. It's old stuff. It doesn't bring you to the truth because it's capped. That's the end of the book. That's the end of the book. It's capped. Can't go nowhere. They don't even question what it is. They just say it's a domed earth, God's garden, or whatever. And that's it. That's the end of it. Or you can pack up and go home now. Pack up and go home. And it's fascinating. Not very open-minded, flat earthers. There's a lot of research that, goes against what they're saying. Leans more to the hollow earth side of things. Just like that young lady said, she was once a hollow earther. Right? She followed the wars, she followed the history to some degree, right? And it leads you to the occult. It leads you to the occult side of things, the things that most of these flat earthers talk about. They seem to have glossed over that part, right? That is attached to the occultic side. Very fascinating. Very fascinating. Looking into the Cult Club if I can find something. Okay. Yeah, it's there. I mean, the dots are there. That's why I call it dot, dot, dot. The dots are there. Just got to be connected. It's just got to be connected. It's just got to be connected. What was it? Hold on a second. See if I can find this for you guys before we get out of here. What would it be? Not that. Give me a sec, let something load up real quick. Oh shit, what's that? Alright, where are we? Where are we? What's this one? Is this it? Nope. Give me a second. Is that it? Chapter 3? Yes. All right, give me a sec. I found it. Now, like I said, when you find yourself on the right path, right, you're gonna know you're on the right path. Things just fall into your lap. You don't have to do much searching, right? Now, as much as I've been talking about the eyes, the lens, the globe, the reflection, the moon, right? I want you lot to have a little listen to this, right? I want you to have a little listen to this.
Chapter 3 1. Here followeth the method of manufacturing light and heat as they are on the earth and moon and sun, and all other planets. 2. The half of the earth's vortex, for example, which faced toward the sun is a concave lens to the earth.
You hear that? The concave lens to the earth, right? Listen.
A similar lens, but far larger, is at the sun center, the convex.
You hear that? I've been telling you about the lenses.
Faces of the two lenses are toward each other forever. They are ethereally connected by solutions of corpore needles linear in position. See Cut C, Fig 5. 3. The vortex is larger than the Earth, so that polar lights are possible on the shadow side. And the brilliancy of the polar lights are proportionately less than daylight at noon in the tropics, exactly in correspondence to the concentration of the rays by a lens of the magnitude referred to.
You ain't gonna get that anywhere else, right? You ain't gonna get this type of research anywhere else. It just falls into my lap now, right? It's out there, right? This is stuff from the 18th century, 1600s, and it's wild. But apparently, it's flat Earth. You know, that's the end of it. You can pack up and go home now. You can pack up and go home. Nothing to do with the moon or the lenses, the reflection. Nothing to do with that stuff. Nothing to do with the celestial sphere, the firmament. Nothing to do with this stuff. It's just flat Earth. You can go home now. Nothing to do with micro, macro, atom, nucleus, the body, the upper room. Nothing to do with that stuff. Just flat Earth. End of. We can go home. It's crazy. It's crazy. No one doing their research. Other than a few people, you know. But one-minded. Very narrow-minded, but you know. It's expected. I feel the hollow earth is plausible if we think about the earth's crust as having holes throughout the entire landscape. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what they show you. Let me see if I can. Give me a sec. Let this load up. 420 if you got that real quick. 420. Guaranteed no one's gonna give it to you like this. I'm on my Marty McFly shit. I'm going back to the future. I'm going back to the future. Sec. Boom. This is to answer Dino's question. So they're saying this is the Earth, but look at it. You can see it's the lens. See how they got the core and all of these things here, right? Now look at that. But apparently this is the Earth. This is the Earth's cross, right? It's the new model, right? You can see this is the eye, corneal, right? So they're showing you here, but it's the Earth in here, right? It's showing you the eye, right? With what Dino was saying, with all the holes. See the holes in it? See the holes? It's like you would come through the volcanoes or whatever these is, the veins, the arteries, right? That's how you'd get in. Clearly it's an eye. You can see it's an eye, but they're showing you it's Earth. Right, go down there. Another one, look, clearly an eye. Look, clearly an eye. Showing you. So yeah, you already know, man. You already know. It's there. Just gotta connect it. Just gotta connect it, that's all. So yeah, you already know, man. You already know. You already know. Connect that shit. Oh, how stingy with me. I didn't even drop that link. I'm sure if you wanted it, you would have asked for it. So it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, like I said, till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Look after yourself. Love over war. Lay low. London.
On steads, I'm on a date, flying off eds. You see this wave, I'm probably gonna press. I got the D for when you're depressed. Clean every day that my wake up, finesse. Love a gal with minimal makeup. Yes, bad man, I'm getting Jamaica to bed. When I'm in the ends, let them know the engine. Selling on live instead of the pretending. Always been a guy, never gonna blend in. More time, peace sign for the emblem. Count on one hand, all my brethrens. Send all you want, I ain't never sending. Mom and dad did a break, how you gonna send them? Done that 12 years back, check them. All inclusive, the pool was stupid. I'm a heavyweight and I'm undisputed. Allah can't save you, I'll smack you goofy. You see, I'm getting in, none of this ain't fluky. I'm banging in like 0910 Rooney. I'm on one extra, let me talk to Snoochie. Being genuine, none of them's leveling. I'm in a room, come on, you dress the elephant. Where's the intelligence or the elegance? Run the MC, I'll be the reverend. More than dead than alive, that's evident. Kill something, think some and eyes get jelly then. Pepper them, pepper them, pepper them. This fuck radio devilin'. Getting harder than a youth that's pebbling. We Britney, Bobby and ketamine. Yeah, I know I'm going in this cool chair. Can't stand a brother that talks bad. I don't wanna get on no cool air. My man's greasy, cool, swear. I don't give a fuck, you're ooh, weird. Money man before I had a fool. beard. Come on, man, I fought the wall, yes. Tried and tested when you dissect it, brother, I accept it. I'm on some next shit, blazers, peach cobbler, double-breasted. I should be the new DSS representative. Even your auntie knows I'm majestic. Even if I quit right now, I'm cemented. Been electric, brethren, check the metrics, resurrected when they thought they ended. We got my dentist, no bonding, no veneers connected. Man stomping like protected. Psalm 91, glorious son, the glorious one. I've been in combat, the glorious ones. Take out the biggest and the scorniest ones. Whip gotta pull up in the sportiest one. I could be a prick, yeah, the thorniest one. Man can't chat to me. Every Rolex factory. Don't you dare get bright. I got man that will slap for me. God bless all the evacuees. Jakku, she got a flicky in her Jackumies. Stevie here, China time for some Cantonese. In the morning, I'm buying her a bank of leaf. Man from East, all about the peas. I was told money never grew on trees. I already told you what I got off cheese. It was then that my money really grew on trees. Pull up, drop key, get V and breeze. Police come, you will never see man freeze. The paper's elongated. I just want cut like a song that's changing. England's done, yeah, I'm on migrating. Before I go, I wanna get a crib that's gated. Don't call me cause we are not related. Me and some old friends will never be cool. I can't give a shit like I'm constipated. Would get into it, but it's complicated. Me change my mind, won't contemplate it. It is what it is, the observation. Older now, ain't about in my yard, for the crowd. Private dinner, Mr. Childs. Tell Cheryl that there's only girls allowed. And when I pull up in this trip, don't drown. Cost me a grip, I'm lit, plow. Took a couple pics and I dipped out. Fits all and the wrist, wow. Style can't replicate, I'll accentuate. Been real jigger with the blood clot renegade. Years they've seen me get it, let them estimate. They can't seem to get it, they're in disarray. I just educate, get the cake, go home, meditate. Take my time, go blind, set the pace. Eat, sleep, repeat, delegate. Full throttle when I go on an escapade. I know for dogs you can't guess the play. Don't talk a lot, go speculate. I'm in my own little zone, respectfully. Sharp, you can't fuck up the legacy. Me and him got the doughy recipe. That's past and now contemporary. Studios Mayweather February. That's 6 for 6 consecutively.